Hello, I'm Gwen Preston. I'm up at IDM Mining's Red Mountain project in the Golden Triangle of Northwest BC. I've had a chat with Rob McLeod, who is the president of this company, and with Mike McPhie, who's the executive chair. And we're going to take a look around the asset and learn more about what they're doing underground and on surface and what they're getting ready to develop here at Red Mountain.
The project really has two sides to it. There's a significant exploration upside and potential here, but one of the major attractions to us was that it starts with a fundamental of a pretty well understood resource, and a 5 to 6 year mine life initially, producing around 80,000 ounces per year of gold at a lowest quartile cash cost of production. And really what we've tried to do right from the minute that we bought it was we believe taking it through the de-risking of engineering. So we started out with a preliminary economic assessment in July of 2014, and the feasibility imagines a bulk underground mining project, like I said, producing sort of 80 to 85,000 ounces a year. Initial mine life is 5 years, and it's a pretty conventional project. I mean, it's 1,000 tons a day, whole ore leach, cyanide destruction circuit, conventional tailings disposal, and we have a really good site layout here. And one of the things I love about it is the footprint of the project is really quite small. I mean, underground, I like underground. We kind of, in our group, we like small. Like, small is good. I mean, you control a lot of your variables around, and we've gone through a lot of work to kind of define what this is going to be. And whether it's the community, whether it's the Nisga'a Nation, who are real close partners in everything that we're doing, whether it's the regulators, we really have a lot of support for what we're doing, and I think it's going to be a great project. So in place today, we have permits for exploration and dewatering of water from the underground. So we're actually going through a mine dewatering right now. There's 2 kilometers of underground workings in the project today, and we had to draw the water out, and so we're doing underground drilling for metallurgical testing, geotechnical, resource expansion and things. So that's going on now. So we're fully permitted, got a lot of support on the way through. But we initiated the environmental assessment process I guess about 9 months ago, and we're being reviewed under both the Canadian and BC Environmental Assessment Act. We started out with filing of a project description report, and that led to terms of reference being issued, and we've gone through a whole bunch of steps. We have a full working group of federal and provincial and First Nations and local representatives, all part of that in the review. And the next step is really the filing of the project application report. So the feasibility study and the environmental assessment work is kind of going in concert with one another, because for obvious reasons. So our intent is to file the project application report early in 2017. So we've been, right from the moment we bought the project, we started environmental baseline studies. We always knew that this was our strategy, and we see it as a major de-risking activity for the project. And despite the fact that we think we're going to find a lot more, we're going to move through and permit this project as it exists today, and we think we'll create a lot of value doing that. So last spring we raised 10.8 million, and that was really to support the program that we're doing up now. We're now, I guess, third week of August now. As of the end of July, we were sitting on about $6.5 million in our treasury. So we've all the money has gone into. I mean, when you're starting up, you got the rehab, you got the dewatering. We've got a pretty good camp here, a good crew. But you're right, it is, you had a lot of costs. It's not just surface exploration drilling, right? You've got miners, you got shift bosses, you've got safety protocols you got to follow, we've got equipment. Now, one of the great things here is that there's actually a whole bunch of old mining equipment, right? We have 3-yard scoops, we've got big generator set, we've got a lot of the electrical was already in place, we got the pipes, so I think our cost factors have been on average much lower than you would typically find, and of course we've got the underground already there. So the cost to do, we're funded to complete the underground drilling program and run the camp through the balance of the year, which would take us out until approximately end of September, early October. Where we will need additional funding, which we'll begin talking about soon, is to any of the expansion exploration. So we found some incredibly exciting new areas that we need to go out and test, because that's kind of the duality of this story. Is we've got this great underground mining project with plus 40% internal rate of return, low capital costs. Our capital costs to build the project are estimated about 100 million Canadian. So it's it's low. We can manage this thing, but then it's the upside. So it's testing that exploration potential where we'll have to raise additional money.